I guess I'm in constant search of that thing, and I'm still a little uneasy about not having it.
Of course.
So, and again, that's Project My Life, though. So the overarching theme is Project My Life, and how it's an endless kind of search for self, really. Lisa, you're gonna jump into that van? Don't jump in. Step in. Put it around your waist. Face out. Drop down into a bear crawl position. Today, come on, let's go. Now you're gonna sprint all the way out. So keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Good, nice and controlled. On the way back in, nice and controlled. That's enough. Back in, nice and controlled. As soon as you don't feel that resistance anymore, you come right back out. Drop your hips, go. Go. That's not a sprint. You're looking for speed. 3, 2, 1, go. If your house is on fire and you're running out of it, put a little oomph into it. Keep your hips low. Keep your hips low. 2 more, go. Sprint. Better. Good. Hips low, last one, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright?
What are you working out for?
Huh?
What kind of workout are you doing today?
Just a little lower body strength at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did some weighted glute bridges, amped phase 2. So amped phase 2, lower body strength. I'm in my 3rd week. So today was weighted bridges, hanging knee raises, sumo deadlifts, split leg lunges, and just a little body weight squats to finish it up.
Very nice.
Not bad, not bad.
Where we're breaking it down and, what is our niche? What is the Project My Life concept, and what is it that we can continue to do? Now it's great, and this is always going to be great content, documenting what we're doing here, just telling our story, and just kind of, as an entertainment value, and interwoven there's like workout tips and there's advice and stuff like that, but what is our main thing? And it's something that I would like to kind of roundtable and figure out, like an overall, again, marketing strategy or overall kind of theme.
Find our niche.
Find our niche with that, Our thing is no bullshit, body transformations, really, and that's still not really a niche, but cutting out all the bullshit with people trying to lose weight, transform their body, and keep off their weight. And there's a lot of crazy stuff out there in the world that people are still coming through our doors here in 2019 doing some dumb shit, and they're still on roller coaster dieting, and they're still not getting to their goal, or they get to their goal and then they don't sustain it because they can't sustain the diet or whatever. So, and that's not really, I guess that's not the niche. Most relatable thing now is the 40-year-old guy and basically the transformation, bro. Men I see as I turn 42 this year, which is crazy. I see myself, looking, feeling, acting like I'm 21, and with more knowledge and wisdom. And I don't see that I see that as a problem with other men aged 35 to 45 and even 50. I guess I'm in constant search of that thing, and I'm still a little uneasy about not having it.
Of course.
So, and again, that's Project My Life, though. So the overarching theme is Project My Life, and how it's an endless kind of search for self, really. Believe in yourself, trust the process, practice patience.
Uh-oh, you're about to get arrested.
Who's this? Are we fighting? What's up, Scudale? What are you doing, bro? You lose a few pounds?
Yeah, well, you can tell.
Yeah, dude, can tell. As soon as you came in here, bro. Yeah. But how much did you lose? You look great, man. Keep it up.
I know my uniform feels better. That's how I usually judge it. Like today, yesterday I felt like crap, but I don't know. It's just, and today I feel good. Probably about 10 pounds. For me, I feel like it's good.
All right,
you know?
all right. I'm almost positive, just by talking to you, that if you were to literally list everything out, you're probably eating what Karen would eat, or less than Karen. And as a man,
You need
testosterone,
more, yeah.
as the workout, as the being on the streets,
Yeah.
like you need fuel, you need protein. You know, you don't need carbs as much. You still need them, but you don't need them as much.
Yeah.
Proteins and fats, especially as we get older, are game changer. Fats especially, like you need good quality fats.
Yeah, one of the guys, he just started the keto diet.
Okay.
You know, and
I don't believe in that either,
I
but
don't-
it's easy, it's quick. You just cut out your carbs. It's really easy, but
I don't, like I said, I don't, having a certain kind of diet, like a keto diet or something like that, I'm just like, just watch what you eat,
right.
you know, and yeah, I could watch what I eat, but I get lazy sometimes.
Sure.
Like you said, the discipline, you know, sometimes I don't, you lack that discipline. You go to mom's house and she's got the bowl of pasta and it's like, you know, I'm ready for that second bowl.
Right.
I've been riding
Couple months
on the
now.
weekends, almost consistently every weekend since December.
It's awesome.
So that, you know, at least that gets me going. And it literally goes through my head. This guy got shot that I'm riding for, Scott. You know, he was fighting for his life while he got shot. Like, is he going to give up?
Right.
Is this guy giving up? Did this guy give up? Or is just that his body couldn't, you know, I know the guy, I know Scott would be fighting through this right now, you know, so it's like, if he can get, you know, fight through that and try to get through it.
I can get to this little fucking hill.
This is a fucking little hill. It's nothing. You know, it's not, my life's not on the line here.
God forbid, thank God.
You know, and that's the way you have to think about it. Or I look down and I got 3 guys who are, you know, I have Claude, a guy who worked with us here. He died on a motorcycle, but off duty.
Oh shit.
He actually rode the tour a couple times before. I actually have his bike. I ride his bike.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I got a sticker there, and I got a couple other stickers with the guys' names down there. And whenever I'm like, fuck.
Right. He's right
You know,
there.
obviously you're pedaling, you're looking down.
Sure.
And I look at it, and I'm like, come on, guys, let's go. You know, I said, stop fucking with me now. You know,
Yeah.
now is the time I need that little gust of wind on my back. You know, and you just like, you kind of joke around with it, and then when you're done, you know, I get up that hill, I'm done. I'm like, I'm done. I tap it.
Just let him know.
I
That's
say,
awesome.
thanks, guys, and I say, let's get to the next one. Yeah.
If you really want to make it an interesting vlog, we can talk about Ed's journey, but I don't know if Ed wants to talk about it. I don't know what happens, actually. I think I was really hopeful and inspired by, other way, up and over.
Oh, the spin, right?
I was really hopeful, and keep that left one out, like 90. I was really hopeful that Ed was going to set Ed up for a string of months and a new routine of healthy habits. But I think I like the challenge component of it because it's aggressive and it's very structured and it's something to do every day. But there was a beginning and there was an end to the challenge. So after the challenge was over,
The Mansformation.
the Mansformation challenge was over, the Mansformation program. After that 12-week point was over, old habits creeped in, you know, of life events happened, and listen, shit happens, but you kind of get off path. But 12 weeks wasn't enough to establish healthy habits that are going to be sustaining. So there's something that keeps going on, and Ed's not alone. There's a lot of people that go through it. Forget how much you were down when you first. What was it? Close to 30
Close to 30 from the Mansformation.
in 12 weeks.
And then I put on about 15, but I'm still, probably today I'll be about 8 pounds above that. So I'm about 7 down from when I went back. And you're right, life event happened. The one thing I'll take from it, and the one thing I could tell you that's for real, is it did reinforce, I knew how to get back on track. So as soon as I smacked myself in gear, and you know, here I am still doing this, but it's for me, it's not about the workout, it's about following the diet.
Your body can only break down and burn a certain amount of calories at a time. That's just
Right.
simple stuff. So those bigger meals do throw you off, and you're more prone to be fat storing. And there's always a fine line. Either you're storing fat or you're burning fat.
Right.
And if you're teetering, like after that Mansformation, you were burning fat, clearly,
Oh yeah.
crushing through it. So what happens is once you fill everything back up, you start gaining it again. It's still a challenge for me because I'm like, something didn't work. What can I do better? that challenge was set. I mean, I shouldn't say challenge anymore. That program was set up literally like Ed was sending me emails every week. He was writing down what he was grateful for. I don't know if you do that anymore. He was writing down what was. And maybe it's my fault
Maybe
for
you're
not.
you don't want to hear from me.
No, I'm saying maybe you're right. Maybe I still have to keep that kind of that thing going. Where like, no, dude, send it to me. Like I still want to hold you accountable for it, and that's something that it was like, okay, the challenge is over. And hopefully you got it now, but I need to know what's next for people because it's happened, and you're not the only one.
Right.
So the biggest component, I don't want to think that it is, but maybe it is that accountability where I'm holding you accountable, and we have those meetings. I never. Reason why I never started personal training in the beginning, long story short, many years ago, is because I thought that once I trained somebody how to do something and gave it to them, it was just going to be like they'll be on stage in 3 years because they mastered their body because it's right here, dude. Like this is the blueprint. Take it.
Yeah.
But there's a missing component in there that the application in the practical phase that still doesn't always fit. That's the Transformation program, or the program that we were rolling out with, was more like the program you did when you were in high school, in college.
Yeah.
And it was something daily.
Because I was doing something every day.
Every single
And
day.
even when I didn't have a workout, I was at least, and I've been trying to do that now, I'll at least do half an hour on a stationary bike. It may be an off day, but we equal active rest, right? So I don't get sore from pedaling a stationary bicycle, but I do get some cardio in it.
Yeah, but it may not be enough.
Right.
So the twice with here, and now we're going to start doing yoga, which I really think is going to help overall with everything and more of the mindset.
Right.
But get in here on those off days. Like I know what's different from now in your life than was back then. Like nothing. But those 12 weeks, you're like, I'm blocking out. It was a priority.
Right.
And you were involved, and you wanted to win,
Right.
and you were engaged, and you were gung ho. So you dedicated your life around that.
Right.
And now it's like, all right, it's over. Now this comes up. Now you're more likely to
So maybe I need a prize.
No. You need to get your ass in here every fucking day,
Right.
And make it a part of your routine, man.
You're
Let's
right.
get working.
Sure.
Enough fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on, lunges. Fuck!
Every other
Sorry, man. Excuse my language, man.
Let me tell you something that's barely going to cause any effect in it. But again, we're trying to be as accurate as possible, right? So measure out 2 tablespoons, put it on a scale, and see where that gets you. You will have to do some math because I guarantee you with tomato paste, it's not measured in tablespoons.
My dog's barking.
I hear. It's okay. 0.2.
Okay.
The dogs are helping out. They're giving me some feedback here. 0.1. 0.3.
17.34.
Okay. Now, we now have the macronutrients of everything we just used in this recipe. We have a total of 68.25 protein, a total of 213.25 carbs, and about 17.3 fats. That sounds great, but it's like, all right, well, how do we figure out serving sizes now? This is where the magic, I think, really happens. Here's what I have found to work really great. When it's done cooking, I get my scale out again, I put a bowl on the scale, and I make it say 0, okay? Then I take the recipe. When it's done cooking, I dump it all into the bowl, and I get a physical weight. And I do it in grams, okay? Because we measured everything in grams, so I do it in grams. So let's say that after this is all done cooking, and I put it on the scale, it equals 1,000 grams. So we have 1,000 grams of weighted volume, okay? Bear with me on this one. This is where it can get confusing. I'll break it down as many times as you need. I also have a visual step-by-step I'm gonna send you, okay?
But also that depends, because then if you have someone like J-Rock who will be benching and then all of a sudden you have to spot him after 2 reps. Like, and there's like no weight on the bar, too. There's no weight at all, and he's struggling. He's shaking while he's trying to finish 45 pounds. But you have to spot him right away. Like, that's the problem, is when J-Rock starts to bench, it's just so poor. It's so poor. Did you realize I was saying it or not?
I like